It's true. That's the official concept art. Mog canonically has a little bit of a dumpy. Gonna do one of those translation patches where they like remove all the uncensored stuff, or they reenact all the uncensored stuff that was in the Japanese version with all the cusses, and it gives Mog a huge ass, and that's it. That's the only change. Did you know in the Japanese version of Dragon Ball, Goku says fuck? Apparently, I haven't seen the trailer myself. Apparently, the Bowser Jr. model in the new movie has like weirdly bloodshot, pseudo-realistic eyes. And I'm just reminded of the pissed off angry gamer where his eyes become like weirdly red and photorealistic when he gets pissed off. You know, for all 10 people who get that reference, because I can't imagine a lot of people are thinking about the pissed off angry gamer these days. People say that Angry Video Game Nerd is the angriest gamer you've ever heard. No, not true. Alright, Shorin Show, I love you, but get out. Elegant manual fade out with YouTube. Hello, it's Thursday. I'm gonna play some FF12, I think. And by I think, I mean I am playing FF12. I've already decided it. I've already set up my stream information. You don't really have a choice in the matter. Oh, did it reset the volume? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Windows remember any of my volume settings challenge impossible. Alright, anyways. Final Fantasy XII. It's the 12th one. We're struggling for freedom. I don't know why I have to press circle on the start menu before it takes any inputs there. It's so strange. Alright, so. Huge gain here. Oops. Because as it turns out, I'm not sure how long it's been there, but regen is just sitting on... like, it's in just a random pot in the Giza Plains. I think it might be after the segment where they leave, like where the nomads leave. But regen was just sitting there in a pot. I looked it up because I was real confused. Like, it felt like I should have had it by now, and it might just have been, like, literally just unlocked. So we got regen. Most importantly is that regen is very powerful now. I need to get out of Rabanastre Tray so I can kind of show it off. So I believe in the original version, regen was a single target. Now it is AoE, and it lasts much longer. So you don't have to constantly pop regen every few seconds. So this is going to make my life so much easier in terms of just not having to worry about, you know, topping off the party members between a fight. I can just kind of have regen running in the background. Also cancel sap, which is really nice. I don't remember if it did that in the original. Been running Spear Balthier for a little bit. It's pretty good. This weapon's really good. The one that he's using right now, which gives you, I think this is the one that causes slow, yeah. This is a really good spear. Because slowing enemies at random is kind of just like giving your entire party haste, almost. Also, I grabbed some more licenses and whatnot as I ran off, did some hunts off stream. We're sorely over-leveled for some of them because we haven't really been touching the hunts too much. We still don't have access to a lot of these skills, though, like Sheer, Blitz, Soul Eater. I could learn the license, but they're still not available. Same with, like, you know, Haste Gun and all that stuff, so I might hold off on spending LP for a little bit. Actually, let's go ahead and progress here, because I did a good amount of, like, grinding and stuff off stream so I could get some money. I also realized how far behind Vaughn was in terms of level. Like, he used to be level, like, I think 13. Fran's actually a little under-leveled, too. I might, I'll keep her around for a bit. Bosch is only level 18, too. Penello's been bumped up because I don't remember if she's my only regen user. Because, yeah, it's White Magic 6, so most characters are not going to have... I think Ashe has some White Magic nodes on her grid. Yeah, hers is behind the quickening, so that's a pretty big investment to get down to regen. So until that happens, I think Penello will probably be sticking around for a bit, because Vaughn can get like a little bit of green magic, but he doesn't get white, so... I think this will be what we roll with for now. So we actually do have to go to the Giza Plains, I'm pretty sure. Oop. So I believe we cross Giza Plains to... Yeah, we gotta go to the south side of Giza. Actually, no, this is the right way. What am I doing? I also picked up a little bit of gear here and there, just kind of top up our defensive stats. Still not like the best, but it's a lot better. I think we're kind of still using starter gear in some cases. You know. I don't believe regen ticks down in like a town. But like you'll notice if you played original FF12, regen lasts way longer. So it is much less committal, and the fact that it's just AoE inherently is so much nicer. Okay, Penello. Doing a little combo there. I did a couple of the hunts that I kind of skipped off stream, just like, they were very easy because, you know, I'd been neglecting them for so long. Yeah, I'm liking Spear Balthier. Balspear. No, you gotta give it a second. You gotta get... I would say give it at least 4 seconds and maybe even a little bit more before you say Mario. Yeah, I'll already tell you, we're not going to do, like, 100% clear of the game. In my menu... No, the Mario... I have to put a delay on activating it, because the way that it works on the back end is that it has to pull the list of blocked terms from Twitch first. It's asynchronous, which means that it may not complete instantly. So if I do that immediately, if I try to immediately add Mario to the... or remove it from the banned terms list, there's a chance that the request may go later than the actual removal, so it won't work correctly. So I have to make sure that I give it a little bit of time so I can actually interface with Twitch. But the downside is that it does mean that it's not instant. Oh, feathered cap. Yeah, I might show off the big ones, like maybe we'll do, you know, Omega Yasmod if I'm, like, sufficiently geared enough for that. Thankfully, the 4x speed makes navigating said maze dungeon a lot faster. What do you have, regen? Who said you could have regen? Cut that out. Stop it. Get some help. I do kind of like this game having, like, this separate... Like, you know, you got your levels, standard RPG stuff, but then there's also the LP, so, like, everybody gets to benefit from grinding. I guess I could... Let's try oil. Because oil is AoE. Like, a lot of spells got buffed. I don't remember if oil was an AoE before. I don't remember if... I think she just has fire right now, yeah. Also, I didn't realize a lot of the spells you get have additional effects, like fire can just inflict oil. Thunder damage is just instant. Or I should say thunder specifically is instant, and then ice is an AoE. Then water is just... it is damage, but cheaper. Silencio. Oh, right, those guys get pissed off at you. You cast magic. I forgore. Yeah, if you really wanted to, you could just farm wolves. Oh, geez, Fran is dead. Let's get to the screen transition here, and then we can get her back up. Because we do have Rays as well. Doesn't somebody have Vox? Who is Vox? You have Vox. Not that Balthier is really casting a ton of magic, but it's nice to have it. Gee, how do I have... I might want to change Penello's regen gambit, because I think right now it might only be on self. Oh no, it should be ally any. Oh, you know what? She probably focused on Cure first because her HP was low enough to be below the threshold. Yeah, there we go. Because whenever it's set to ally like any, that just means that if any ally does not currently have that status, it'll try to apply them to them. What even... I might set up a gambit on Fran, because I think she's kind of like the main black mage. I might set one up for her, so like if somebody has oil, to cast fire on them. Actually, she's not even that much damage. She's... I think I might need to give her like magic gear. Because I don't think bows particularly give you a big bonus. Oops, not cure. How much damage is that with oil? Yeah, 170 with oil. That's not great. We gotta find her the Fyra, the next tier up. Donk, 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 donk. Pretty sure that one doesn't aggro you. It's like the same rules as the other guys. Oh, wrong button. Unless you cast magic. I'm just trying to look at the list here. Gee, what's over here? They're... Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Rude. Like, you can fly and you're using the bridge. Oh yeah, so this is where regen was, by the way. It just... appears in this pot. I think it's after they leave the plane, so it might have only been recently unlocked, but yeah. Like, I've been fiending for regen, you don't understand how badly I've wanted that. Because it's real annoying to have to kind of top up by manually casting Cure, and setting up gambits for it is kind of a pain, because, like, if somebody is just, you know, dinged a couple times after a fight, they're down to, like, you know, 85% HP, you really don't want to set up a gambit for that. That's a little overkill, I think. So regen is nice, because you just set it to cast when you're out of a fight, and it just is passively there. It's constantly topping you off. It's great. Not sure if slow is actually proccing on these guys very much, though the frogs might be immune to slow. Or I could just be getting unlucky. Bonk. Also, I think regen is one of the fixed pot items, because there's certain items that apparently fix, like the golden armlet or whatever it was that I found earlier. Apparently that is also a fixed one in the Sandsea. Okay, alright, man. I just wanted to open a treasure box, but you've chosen death. Perish. Okay, no, slow does proc. It's just not like a super high rate on this weapon, I guess. Still, just getting passive slow procs is real nice. Actually, Fran, I might give her an HP license. I think she might have a few more of those somewhere. Maybe not. Yeah, if a frog gives you some loot, you take it. Don't piss me off, I'm close to leveling up and you look like just enough EXP. Actually, no, I guess we've gotten all of Fran's HP buff nodes. Or at least all the ones that are currently available. Yeah, there's a 230, but... Actually, no, that's 70. I might grab this node, though, just so that way we can be in position for it later, because these ones are going to be a lot more expensive. 80, 115, 215. I think the problem with Fran is right now, like, she's kind of the black mage, like the most black mage coded of the group, but she's still using the basic, like, 3 tiers of spells. I guess she does have water, but if something resists water, then you're just kind of SOL. Should I get Bosch in here? Captain Bash. Well, actually, I want to check something real quick, because I think I have... Yeah, I was going to say, we do have a double EXP thing, and Vaughn is not using that right now, so I'm going to swap that out. Oh, no, right, she doesn't have the license for it. I forgot. That is accessories 6. Can I get that? 7... Oh, it's all the way back here in the corner. Yeah, we gotta get more LP for her. We gotta swing down and around this way, I guess. Go to the south side of the Giza Plains. I want to say I looked up spears in this mod as well, and I think they can also hit flying targets reliably. So Balthier is kind of extremely your go-to for any kind of flying target if you're using the vanilla, or the struggle for freedom classes specifically. My chain, no, my 3 chain. Also, we have more quickenings now. Woolly Gator. You might be a little higher level because you got a red name. Maybe I will hold off for now. I love how for the spear combo you're swinging it sideways, like... Probably want to poke that now. Oh, it is attacking. Okay, 247, poison... I might need to throw... I'm not sure if Kira's going to go off in time. I think it should. Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, they call them quickenings, but they take a very long time, actually. Might as well spend it, actually. I only have rank 1s, I think. I think I do have everybody with a quickening now, but it's only the rank 1s, so...
Please.
Here goes.
Oh, right, it's right trigger for shuffle, damn it. Yeah, I fucked up. It's pressing left trigger like, huh, that's weird, it's not shuffling. I love how random it is, like you just kind of do some combos and then a big explosion happens. Actually, that wasn't too bad. Instant kill with a quickening. Peesh. Alright, these are non-hostile. Ether. Ether Sutherland. I got a few more levels in Balthier's lore. Where is it? I think 3 is the cap, but yeah, now Ethers are 30% more MP, so much nicer. What's behind Balthier's quickening slots, actually? Gambits, HP... Gets a little bit of time magic, but it's just Vanish and Balance. Scourge and Flare, weird. Achilles, Heavy Armor, Gambit slots. And then these are the Esper slots, so... I think it is fixed so everybody, like, has their own set of Espers, because I noticed that, I think Bosch was getting the first one. Yeah, for Belias. Actually, I could grab the Belias Esper. Let's do that. Because apparently Espers also massively got buffed. Oh, no, I don't mean, like, randomly, like, the explosion happens randomly. I just mean, like, everybody just kind of does, you know, some punches and kicks and stuff, or shoots a beam, and then a big explosion happens. Ah. Oh, right. Oh, I don't have Libra, so I can't see traps. Oh, that was all my MP, huh? Ooh. Maybe I do want Libra. Yeah, because the Golden Amulet is double license points, which is really nice. I think I should have a Libra. Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say we have a Libra gear somewhere. Also, I realized that Quickenings charge on their own, so like if you really wanted to cheese it as you walked around, you could just, you know, do that. If you want to be a real stinker and walk around for 5 minutes between every single fight to get a full quickening gauge. This is like an FF14 1.0 ass map, though. Ah. Actually, you've got Shell. I'm gonna try and get oil on you. Let's oil up this frog. Actually, did I turn off Balthier's Poach Gambits? So I think I have him set up with a Poach Gambit. Oh no, he just doesn't have one, period. Okay. In that case... Probably should just change this one, honestly. I have this thing where I don't like overwriting old gambits that I have saved. Foe... Where's HP critical? There we go. Poach. Gotta turn this one off for boss fights, though, because they will try and poach bosses. Actually, how much HP do you have? Oh, I can't see. I don't have Dispel yet, do I? I think Dispel's like... I want to say that's green magic. Oh no, it is white magic. So I was going to say, you got Shell and Regen now, and I'd rather you didn't. Oh, geez. Fran is getting slapped pretty bad here. There we go. Oh, he's inflicting sleep, too. Well, this guy is strong. I'm gonna run, actually. Notice how much HP we took from that. I'd rather not. I'm not sure if Balthier is getting his quickening back because he's regenerating MP as well. I'm not sure if that is a mechanic in the game. Osmone. Osmone hairs. Kill. Actually, is Dispel an AoE? No, just single target. Probably should have cast on the other one, honestly. Yeah, these guys actually don't have a lot of HP. Oh right, they'll run away and try to aggro other enemies. I could probably take it. Probably. Hopefully we get some new spells for Fran soon. Or some more options for like green magic or time magic or whatever. Maybe be able to start casting haste. Oh, Poach is just, like, really fast now. I had that on Vaughn before because he was, like, he has the 3 haste nodes. It was a good Joe Q. Joe Q. Now we're gonna just find the village, do some exploring. I want to get Vaughn back in here, actually do some stealing. I might swap out Fran for a bit. Poach is nice, because I believe it's guaranteed as long as it hits and they're in HP critical. Right, he had Traveler status, so he just gets to continue floating. How much HP these guys have? They're yellow. Actually, do I have Vaughn's Steel Gambit set up right now? Okay, yeah, he's got Poach and Steel. Let's give it a try, see how we do. I don't want to fight 4 of you guys at the same time. One I could handle... Actually, no, it's only 3, but still. 3 and also I'm getting poisoned, maybe not so much. That's a little rough. Because 300 damage a hit is pretty bad, and times 3... It's a lot. Oh god, these snakes, man. Dark Magicite. I probably should cast Decoy on myself if I'm gonna do Protect as well. Hey, come kick my ass. Hey, come kick my ass. Look, I have a duck on me. You want to kill me. You hate this. Oh god, and Vaughn is attacking the snake now. I gotta tell him to just poke it one time so he stops trying to steal. It is kind of surprising that for how long this game has been out, there is no good solution to the I want to steal until there's nothing left. Like, there is no good solution for automating that. I might turn off Balthier's Poach Gambit as well. Grinding forever in some area with a bunch of circular platforms. Are you talking about the Great Crystal? Sounds pretty Great Crystal adjacent. You obtain Unwater Emote. Yeah, let's take out the single one first. 200 plus chains. That sounds right. What is Vaughn using actually for his weapon? I need to check, because I think I changed it out, because we were hitting an elemental absorption last time. Oh no, Chopper. Because, like, the Assassin's Dagger inflicts doom... Nightmare, 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 nightmare. Oh, that's a two-handed. You get a couple of license-agnostic weapons. So I guess the idea is that you can throw them on anybody if you want to kind of fill out any gaps in your setup, so to speak. Oh, Vaughn doesn't have a quickening, I just realized. Probably should get him one. There he goes, stealing again. Vaughn's doing a good amount of damage, actually. Between the cutter, the fact that it's a dagger, which means it combos pretty well. It inflicts sap. And he's doing pretty decent damage per swing. And he's the fastest, by far, so... Vaughn's doing some work. Actually, yeah, you can steal that first one. Because I do need money. I feel like money is kind of a... always you need that situation. So I find gear to be a lot more important in this mod compared to original, where it's just kind of like, yeah, you can kind of get away with not needing it. Who even has the highest defense in the party right now? I'm kind of curious. If I were to set up like a decoy... Because Vaughn is 15, Balthier is at 17, Penelo is at 15 as well. So Balthier, I could set up a, like a decoy gambit and have Penelo constantly cast... Where is it? Where's just... There we go. Set up self-decoy when we're not in a fight. And then I can set Penelo. We do... I could probably trade out the charge gambit. It does kind of suck that you have to do separate ones for poison and sap. I don't think there's one that just says if something can be cured by a skill, then do it. You know? Actually, I wonder if the any ally thing, I wonder if that would work. So I think the Any Gambit does try and stick to, like, whenever it is relevant. So I do wonder if I could just set ally Any and do Poisona. And trade this out to, like, ally setting... Where is it? Here it is, ally lure. Oops. And I can set them up with protect. There we go. Yeah, because then Balthier should pop lure, and then Penelo should pop protect. No? Penelo? Nicole? Nicole? Target any ally with lure status. Cast protect. That seems correct. So I'm not casting it on foes, I'm casting it on allies. Wonder why that doesn't work. Because he doesn't have protect already enabled. Okay, it seems like the Eniet condition does at least work for poison, like when there's poison or sap, so I don't have to set specific conditionals. Hybrid Gator. This guy's also yellow. Let's explore a little bit before I start fighting potentially powerful guys. Zoos we can handle. Snakes we can handle. Zoos we can handle. Birds. Or the Ixians, I guess. Those are fine. The only problem with doing melee against a flying target, it's hard to tell if you're hitting or missing a bunch. I think Vaughn is the one... No, maybe I am missing a lot, actually. Yeah, Vaughn is missing, okay. So I think spears specifically are good at hitting flying targets now. So Vaughn will just be missing against zoos. Okay, there it goes. Maybe the only procs when it sees it being casted and not when you already have lure status. Maybe that could be it. Yes, that's right, come kick my ass, the guy who has protect active. You hate me. Down to 1, I'm pretty comfortable just popping 4 times speed. Giving them quality hides. Yeah, no, she's doing it now. I think the first time it didn't work because lure was already active, so she didn't actually seeing it, like it wasn't being cast, if that makes sense. It works now, though. Like, she's not proccing it because we're in a battle. I think it's basically set to go after fights, but I could, like, it should work after this fight ends. Oh god, it's flying in there. Okay, we're not fighting all these dudes. We have pulled a train. They still all after me, or just the... Okay, just the zoo I can deal with. Oh, can Vaughn not poach enemies in the air? It's interesting. Like, he's got poach ready to just not going off. Okay, no, now she's not casting it. I don't know why. I've got lure status. The only thing I could think of is that if she's doing something else at the time, it doesn't proc. The only other thing I could think of is that because it's checking for regen with the any status here, it's not going off. Oh no, you're right, I do have protect. I thought it was supposed to show the Gemerald there. I guess it favors showing stat debuffs as opposed to buffs. Because I don't want to just have a billion things. Yeah, I thought it wasn't active because it didn't have the little blue crystal on top. Normally that's supposed to show up. Vaughn, please. If I were a village, where would I be? So all it says is to the south of Giza Plains, and we are technically south of Giza Plains now. I do kind of wish Decoy lasted a little bit longer. Main reason I'm using it is because Balthier is not really using his MP otherwise, and at least that way I can kind of have a designated target for enemies to swing at, rather than going after, you know, Penelo or something. Thank you. Now I can clean oil off of myself. Fighting. Friendly. Or neutral, I guess. Oh, that's a Berserk Chocobo. As long as it doesn't start casting meteors. I guess I could spell it. I think the Berserk counts as a beneficial status. Actually, it just dies. Never mind. Oh, that's cute. Since it's a friendly. It actually does cure friendly targets. I didn't realize that was a thing. Okay, you don't have to cast regen on him though. Don't spend all that MP, Penelo. It's like I'm really playing an MMO. The original vision for FF12 has finally been fulfilled. Portion? It's a lot of black chocobos. Oh, hey. This game might not have random encounters, but it functionally has random encounters. A lot of dark magicite here. Oh yeah, black chocobos are blue, never mind. Actually, I'll let Vaughn steal the other one, and then I gotta get him to poke a chocobo at least one time. That way he stops trying to steal from it because it doesn't have full HP anymore. Maybe somebody will someday make like their own version of FF12, except the Steel Gambit just steals until there's nothing left on the target. That'd be nice. I wonder if anybody's done like a fan, like their own imagining of FF12, maybe with like more complex Gambit stuff. 'Cause I know there are some games that have like, you kind of program your party, so to speak, but I don't know if there's ever been one specifically like their version of FF12, kind of like how, you know, there's fan versions of Dungeon Crawlers, like there's the Toho version of Shin Megami Tensei, that kind of stuff. Well, Unicorn Overlord's like a retail game, though. I'm talking like you know, a little indie or something. I guess Cyrillin kind of does that, although it's more of a Dragon Quest monster style game rather than FF12. Because that game has a lot of macros you can set up. Okay. You got any skills I can learn here? You got any 1,000 needles in that shop? Is this even a shop? Oh, there's just a higher chocobo. I would like to buy a map. Maps. FF12 like minigame and FF7 R2. No, but I'm saying like an original thing, not just, you know, Final Fantasy adjacent or a retail, like a big studio, I guess. Oh yeah, no, I definitely wanted to cast regen on this guy. Yep. This is my best friend. I would like to buy all of your skills, please. Please tell me you have skills. Why have you come to this land? I need to steal and poach everything from enemies. And I guess the Nethicite, too. Mostly, I want 1,000 needles. I want needles. I love when there's like something like this where people are just doing canned animations at each other. And it's training. Like, I know it's abstracting a fight because obviously fully choreographing an entirely scripted thing would be a lot of work for 2 random NPCs, but I always love it. I'm not a rock guy. I can point you to the rock guy, though. Geomancer. They don't take terrain damage. Oh, I see a shop. I see a shop. Oh yeah, I guess we're going to the mist soon. This dude rules. He just wants to bring herbs and cheese. God bless him. Alright, what have you got? What do we got? What do we got? Ooh. New katana. Iron pole causes disable. That would be really nice for Prunello, actually. I think disable is the one that turns off their ability to use abilities. Where immobilize is the one that just stops them from moving. Mangosh. And then these are the ones we already have. I guess we don't really need the healing rod anymore. Like, we technically had access to regen for a while, but it was really awkward to use. Oh, they sell knuckles, too. Maybe I'd buy some knuckles and try Knuckle Fran. Alright, gear-wise, we got golden. That's heavy armor. Ice shield. Raises magic power and HP is full. Raises strength when character is full HP. Also gives a little bit of defense and magic defense. Immune to sleep and doom. Onion claws. Alright, I think the way they implemented Knuckles in this game was that they replaced hand bombs, I think? So, like, they're still considered an ammo weapon, but, like, functionally it's infinite. You just replace the blades on your knuckles, I guess. A few serums, actually. Whenever I'm low on, like, a status cure item, I like to have them. Oh, no, they don't have any new techs. I want 1,000 needles. I want Food Gummy. Okay, we can at least get Fyra. And bleed as well. Yeah, this is like 3 times as strong as regular fire. Not sure if the oil percentage chance is still the same, though. Alright, I think we buy a new katana for Ash, because that'd be quite strong. It's a nice little bump. Also gives her a nice chunk of vitality, too, actually. And then definitely want to grab this for Penelo, because A, that's a lot more damage, and B, that is disable on hit chance, which I don't think her currently weapon does anything like that. Like, I think there's no effect on her weapon, so that'll be great. Give her the stick! Don't give her the stick! Are you my dad? That's right, I forgot we have the shell shield as well. That sells for a lot. Alright, so... because the other one that she was using before... Ogorasumaru is... this one does inflict blind on hit, so it is still potentially useful. I might swap to that for, like, boss fights to see if I can apply it, but... it is a pretty nice boost. Also, the new one has a nice chunk of extra vitality. An iron pole before she was using the... where is it? Cypress pole, which is just damage. Stinky. How's our licenses looking, actually? We should have a little bit of LP now. Lip. Still haven't really found any ninja swords. It's cute that Vaughn does get like a single note of guns because he looks up to Balthier. He wants to be a sky pirate, you see. Battle lore. Chopper's still doing pretty well. Like, I could buy the Mangosh, but... How much of a damage bonus is that, actually? Six extra attack power, but it doesn't have any other effects unless there is, like, a big defense bonus. Because in the old games, at least in FF5, the Mangosh blocked 25% of all attacks, so if it has a similar effect in this, that'd be fantastic, but my guess is it would probably buff evasion. No new spears for Balthier, though. Actually, do I want to buy any of these? Might buy a few extra of the immunity accessories. If there's like a real annoying boss that decides they want to just constantly blind or berserk you or whatever, I can quickly switch that out. Already have 3 rose corsages, so that's fine. Let me grab a few Nishijin belts. Let me just sell my loot as well. Yeah, there's all the windstones from last time. There it is. Darkstones. Chivo. You have officially sold 1,000 pieces of loot. Horns are actually worth a decent amount. Turtle shells as well. Actually, these are worth quite a bit. Water Magicite is 80. Some quality hide. Oh, these iron carapaces sell for a decent chunk too. And with the Destry remains. Oh, I only found one of those. It's probably rare drops. Chocobo feathers are just shy of 500. This would be pretty rude, huh? Where's Dark Mag? There we go. I was gonna say, we've got a bunch of Dark Magicite. It's only 80. Yeah, I should probably just sell these off and get whatever Bazaar unlocks are hiding behind them. Alright, what do we got? Ooh. 39.80 for the full golden armor set. That's a pretty good deal, actually. And then this, I think, is just... not the heavy lance. I think it's like the basic spear, the very first one, so you can save a little bit of money on that. I should probably give Bosch. Oh, he doesn't have enough. Where's his heavy armor node at? I'm 4 LP off of getting that, but we could grab that. Actually, we have the golden shield one already. Because what's he using right now? Captain Bash. Yeah, it's a pretty big bump. I think in general we're not really keeping up with our defenses as much as we probably should. Oh, that's where the cheese comes from. There's lore. That's Nana cheese. I love the conceit for why everybody has the same model. Like, oh yeah, we all just look the same, so we're very difficult to tell apart. Look with your ears, not with your eyes. Alright, to the north. I would meet this great chief. Oh, do I gotta do a quest? Do you have proof? No. Vibes. You're probably telling the truth. Actually, I don't remember if there's a boss fight, so I want to save just in case. So we also did pick up a bunch of gear, so it would be a real shame to... I know there is autosave, but... I grew up in an era where games were very strict about, oh, did you not save and you died after 40 minutes? Cool, do those last 40 minutes again. Have fun. I would meet with him.
This nethicite. You have used it.
It was not I who used it. Indeed, I had hoped you could show me how. Thus I've come.
You do not know the workings of the stone. Then we are no different.
What?
Does anybody know how to use this rock?
In ages past, the gods made a gift of nethicite to my people. But the manner of its use eluded us. Displeased by our failure, the gods took back their stones. They chose instead to give them to a Yum king. Called the Dynast King, he used the nethicite's power to bring peace to a troubled time. It is a curious thing. Though the blood of
There's a Final Fantasy-ass sword.
Your veins, you cannot wield nethicite.
Cannot wield it. So then, am I to understand you can't tell me how to use the stone?
Though it shame me so to admit, here before me stands a descendant of the Dynast King himself, and I can accord her no help at all. Still, even if you knew how to use the nethicite, you would find it of small avail. The mist collected in the stone over ages past is lost, and with it, the stone's power. It will be your posterity who will the stone in ages yet to come. This stone is devoid of power, empty, yet full of thirst.
Same.
A terrible longing to drink the world dry. The power of men and of magic, of good and of evil. It is often those who desire nethicite whom the nethicite itself desires.
Oh, hey.
Larsa?
Potion boy. Doesn't actually spam potions in this mod. It's a little trickier.
To Baromises.
I say we ought leave tomorrow. I was going to wait for my escort to return, but meeting you here has presented a great opportunity. This terrible war can be stopped, but I will need your help to do so.
A war?
You know the Marquis Ondor leads a group of insurgents. Your pardon. He leads a large resistance force against the Empire. Lady Ash, neither of our countries can afford this now. The Rosarian Empire would stir. They would aid the resistance and use this aid as a pretext to declare war on Arcadia, and Arcadia would have no choice but to answer. Lady Ash, let us go to Ber Omases. With the blessing of his grace, the Grand Kiltius Anastasis, you may rightly wear your crown and declare the restoration of the Kingdom of Dalmasca. As Queen, you can call for peace between the Empire and Dalmasca and stop Marquis Ondor.
For peace? How dare you say that? The Empire attacked us, stole all we hold dear, and you would have me save them from war?
Dalmasca would be the battlefield. What if Nethicite were used on Rabanastre? You know my brother would do this. Forgive me. I presumed overmuch. I could think of no other way to avoid bloodshed. If you cannot trust me, then please, take me as your hostage.
Rustler.
You saw him, didn't you? Like at the King's tomb.
So you did see him too. But why?
Explain.
It's strange. Before, I didn't even know what you looked like. And the prince? I barely knew there was a prince. Who knows? Maybe the person I saw was my brother.
Bosch told me about him.
He enlisted right at the end. But for what? He knew he couldn't win.
To protect something.
How can he protect anything when he's dead? Was it different for Prince Rastler? Did that make sense? Hating the Empire, getting revenge, it's all I ever thought about. But I never did anything about it. I mean, I realized there was nothing I could do. It made me feel hollow, alone. And then, I'd miss my brother. I'd say stuff like, I'm gonna be a sky pirate.
Yeah, this is a nice bit of development for Vaughn.
Just anything to keep my mind off it. I was running away. I needed to get away from his death. That's why I followed you. You know what? I'm through with it. I'm through running. I'm ready to find my purpose. To find some real answers. Some reasons. If I stick with you, I think I will.
I wish I knew.
I'll find him.
Like, he doesn't really have a ton of presence in the story otherwise, but it is at least nice to get the little bits here and there.
I will accompany you to Mount Baromises.
I had hoped you'd say yes. I'm glad.
My heart is not set. I still have questions. I hope to find answers along the way.
I had other reason to invite you. There is someone I'd like you to meet, waiting on Ber Omases.
Who is that?
An enemy, and an ally also. You will just have to wait and see for yourself.
Angle and a devil?
That Larsa likes his secrets.
He does not mean ill by it.
He's not bad. At least for an Imperial.
One of the very few people in position of power right now that can actually fight back using his power.
Holy Mount Bur-Omi Sais stands at the northern end of the Yagd Ramuda. Once we're in Yagd, we need not fear pursuit by their airships.
Don't get your hopes up. You remember the Leviathan sailed straight over the Yagd Yensa, right up to Wraithel's tomb. Skystone that works even in Yagd. You know, Nethersight's behind it. Little wonder they're so keen on the stuff.
And what is it you're after, Balthier? You're a welcome hand and a great aid, but why?
Worried I'm out to steal the Nethersight, eh? Can't say I'm unaccustomed to people doubting my intentions. Nothing could be further from my mind. Shall I swear by your sword or some such?
Apologies, but I needed to know where you stand. Her Majesty depends on you, and you seem to have an interest in the stone.
I'm only here to see how the story unfolds. Any self-respecting leading man would do the same.
Let's see what Larsa's gambits look like now. Oh. Haven't really used crossbows. I should probably poke around at those a little bit. Alright, Larsa, what's your deal this time? Okay, so those Cura and stuff. Bubble, Poisona, Blind Navox. So he doesn't have the high potion. He doesn't have the infinite high potion works. I'm gonna go talk to the other dude here. He's like, oh cool, you delivered my stick. Here's $1 billion. Here's 1,000 needles. I wonder if it's like one of those things where you can use it against a specific enemy, because I can't buy any more of those. No. I want a monograph. Alright, cool. I think if I want to keep the party as is... Might get Fran and Bosch in here. Get some levels. Wouldn't mind the golden amulet on him, but I need the license, and I already need his golden armor license, so what I could do is... Did I get black magic up to Fyra, actually? Okay, no, I don't have that yet. So I could set up a gambit for Fran. Still single target, though. I might turn off this gambit, actually, because she's not really going to be doing a ton of curing. And at this point, it'd probably be better to just throw out a high potion instead if I really need the healing that badly. Because what abilities does she have? She could... Well, let's get out to the field first. We can grind a little bit with Larsa here with us. What? Oh. It's like, why are you casting Shades of Black? Yeah, cool. Random flare. Nope. The problem with Shades of Black is it's, you know, very random, so it might just end up being a stinky spell. What kind of sword you got there, bud? I can't actually see. Maybe in status? Ah, no, it's not going to show me. Although, yeah, Larsa only has just shy of 800 HP, so that bubble really helps him stay alive. We do have... I thought I bought the map for... Oh, yeah, we do have the map. Never mind. It just shows the shaded area still, because we haven't actually been there. Stinky. Ether. Because I do want to do a quick sweep and see if there's any, like, static items, like any ability pickups that I might have missed. Oh, damn, Thundaga. I guess getting one of those randomly is pretty good. Like, the odds of getting the level 1 spells are pretty low. Of course, sometimes you just do get sleep. Actually, we could probably do 4 times as long as we're fighting single targets. Gil. More Gil. Just rub up in all the corners and see. Alright, these guys are a little scarier. On their own, they're not too bad, but then sometimes they will spawn in, or the snakes will spawn in when I fight them. Larsa, though, should be okay, I think, because he will cast Cure as well. So that's a second buffer of healing in case we need it. Sometimes picking, like, opening up barrels and stuff is weird when effects are going off. Like, you have to wait for them to fully dissipate before you get to actually use it. Because, like, Penello's weapon was sheathed. She wasn't attacking. It's just she was waiting for the regen to resolve, so she couldn't actually open it. I feel like I haven't really been seeing Disable proc too much. Oh, there's a lot of dudes here. Holy shit. It might be time for a little protect. Oh, Bosch still has Cure on his setup as well. Are they going after Larsa? Yeah, they're going after Larsa a lot. They're going after Fran, too. You can have a protect while we deal with this mess. Is Arrow AoE? No, Arrow is single target. Fire is also single. Yeah, Blizzard is the only one that's multi-target, but We're not doing a ton of damage with ice with Fran right now. Alright, we're managing, we're managing. It's always a little confusing because I see, like, the actions on Larsa's bar, and I see, like, oh, Silent Skull, cool, he'll just do that. No, that was just Shades of Black. Okay. Bit of a messy encounter, but we got there. Let's go down this way. You shelling? You shelling like a felon? I don't know if I can squeeze through. Oh no, I can go down here. Some games are really aggressive about stopping you from going over, like, any kind of, like, bump on the scenery. Like, it's like, nope, it has to be exactly what we say you can on the map and nowhere else. And then there's games like MGS5 where if you, like, if there's a slope that you can kind of go up, like, Snake will try and go up, but then he'll just slide back down because it's too steep after a bit. Phoenix down. I see more pots. I might dispel that protect, because that'll make it take a little longer. Oh cool, we'll slap the other guy too. More Gil. Damn, nothing really great down here. I was kind of hoping that since this was like its own little cordoned off area, I was hoping it would be like a skill pickup or something. Or like a nice piece of gear. Hello? Oh, this isn't the really scary one. Or maybe it is. Did seem to take a good chunk of damage there. Alright, Larsa's got bio. Ah, now we're fine. Bosch might be taking a little bit of damage, but I think we'll be okay once the other Wu goes down. I did equip... Yeah, no, this should be causing disable. Unless I've just been missing the proc going off. Don't step on... Okay, good. Guess can't trigger traps anyways. Oh, these guys are back. Oh, that was Scathe. I was like, who just shot the Hadouken? Forgot Scathe is also one of the potential results for black magic. Yeah, I suppose I could help you. I think we've pretty much checked out all the... with the exception of the top left there. There might be a goodie. Yeah, maybe I'll go check that real quick just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I would hate to miss out on something like 1,000 Needles or whatever. You keep proccing Scathe, man, we're good. Actually, what magic do you even have? Because I can't just command you naturally, I forgot. Got balance, bubble. Like, I could bubble everybody else too, but that's a lot of maintenance. Okay, no, he does not know any actual black magic outside of water. He just randomly casts the equivalent of Ultima. There's a red chocobo. There's the nightmare. Actually, I don't know if they're as scary in this game, but in Tactics and to a lesser extent FF14, red chocobos were terrifying because they would shoot meteors at you and they were very strong. Who would win in a battle? A battle-hardened group of mercenaries or some birds? Oh right, you're airborne and pulls I don't think count as, like, staves. Can I hit? I don't think parrying is the same as, like, just missing because they're airborne. Yeah, I don't think I've really seen Disable go off very much, so it's probably either a really low chance. Oh no, they're literally as I say it, of course. Or it's possible that a lot of enemies are immune to it. Nice, free flare. Got the lag time on casting that was very long. I should probably have Larsa pop another bubble. I think he only does that out of battle automatically. Okay. Basically just waiting for Larsa to proc Shades of Black. Oh, they're cassowaries. They're so cute. They're like chocobos. What do you mean they're basically living dinosaurs? What do you talk? Yeah, I wonder if Disable is mostly just for, like, specific enemies rather than just a global thing. Like slow and sap. Because it seems to be working on the Zognolls, but... yeah, I don't think we can realistically hit very well. You know, that does actually make a lot of sense. Since blue magic in the concept of a Final Fantasy world is like, you learn it by getting hit by it, it's possible that they were surviving dinosaurs. Just want to do a quick loop around the side here, see if there's any pots that I missed. Do I have any way of attacking with Penelo at range? No, not really. Not until I get Holy, at least. We're looking on levels. Brand's catching up. Really, it's just Penelo's that's kind of the big outlier here, but I feel like until I get like Ash with regen, I'm probably going to be running her pretty consistently, because that regen is just too nice. Just not having to constantly maintain HP out of a fight is very nice. Die. Perish. Actually, before I forget, let me slap on the Golden Armor Gambit license for Bosch, who still only has 3 Gambit slots, which is very funny. So you can give him a nice little defense buff. I do lose a little bit of speed with this, but... Oh, the Golden Helm doesn't have any defense. Yeah, none of the helmets have defense, actually. Interesting. Yeah, I should probably get a little more defense on him, honestly. Battle Harness. Actually, can I get, like, a... I wonder if I can get a decoy setup going just with Bosch. Because Balthier does learn decoy, but... I would basically have to be running Bosch and Balthier in the party. Because you can also get, like, Protectka and Shelga, which is really good. We can take some of the casting burden off of Penelo for doing, like, all the healing and support. Bravery, Kiraja. Okay, yeah, we can get decoy. Just need 10 more LP, but that'd be really good for him, because he's already kind of like the taking hits archetype, like he's your tank, so having an all-in-one solution for, okay, come kick my ass specifically would be very good, because then I could also do something like slap the battle harness on him, so every time he gets hit he does an auto counter. Balthier is a lot of LP. I should probably spend some of that. Balthier can eventually get Bubble. Zodiac Spear, everybody's favorite. I just kind of skipped the first spear node on Balthier because I don't really need it. Wake Hastega. That'll be great once we get that Esper. It's down here, HP nodes, time magic, the heavy armor, and then Scourge and Flare for good measure. Why not? Balthier's in a weird spot where I have a bunch of nodes I could give to him, but they wouldn't really give any immediate benefit. Because it's like, I don't have any of these guns, I don't have these spears. No, this armor. And like, I could get the license for Bubble and Siphon, but we don't actually have those yet. You know, the only thing that really gives me any immediate benefit is like Tides of Fate. Like going for the Quickenings. When would you even use shields with Balthier? It's like... Guns are two-handed, spears are two-handed, I guess measures? Maybe we'll just grab the next level for light armor. Preemptively. And then Fran... I think I wanted to give her an HP node. Pretty sure. Like, I kind of want to work over here because there is a Swiftness node. Swiftness is just inherent 10% faster action speed, which is really good. Where does... Okay, yeah, her regen lives after her Quickenings as well, so I might want to start working on those. Because they're not terribly expensive once I get into that, like, middle chunk. Just getting there is the tricky part. Gravity warp. Yeah, like all the magic we don't have yet. Yeah, we'll start working towards that. Berserker bracers on Penelo, that'd be funny. Once we get Asuna, I can free up a lot of Gambit slots as well. Rather than having to do one for, like, you know, poison, one for blind, blah blah blah, I can just be like, nope, Asuna. It should work on whatever. Okay, there's another orphaned node that probably will never get taken unless I have nothing else to spend it on. What's behind her awakening? Or quickening? Spellbreaker, Last Stand. Oh, she can get Sloga. Oh, she also gets some Ether Lores, that's interesting. Yeah, I think her post-quickening stuff isn't quite as mission critical as, like, getting regen on Ash, for example. I think I might just go ahead and grab an HP node for her. That's right, she gets the band. She gets Amy Lee. You get to summon Amy Lee. Honestly, for Vaughn, I think I just slap a couple of battle lores on him. Just keep on swinging and doing more damage. That is your job. Quick, Hastka, Masamune, Decoy Oil. Masamune on Vaughn would probably be pretty cracked, actually. So I believe that's a katana? I don't know if that counts as a katana. I think that is a katana. Just two-handed, swinging in for a Brazilian damage. Ah, not enough LP.
Great! I knew that groove was in your heart.
Oh, Dubs.
Oh man, are you ready for this?
Thank you for the raid. We're playing some FF12. Let me do a little shout out here, actually. Oh, Sammy, why can't I use enter to enter? It's so stinky. But yeah, we're playing some FF12 today. Currently, I'm looking at my license boards. We have a lot of LP to spend. This game is really fun. I'm enjoying it with the Struggle for Freedom mod. It is a difficulty mod that, you know, it makes the game harder, but not, like, to the point of you need to know every single thing about the game, otherwise you'll never win. It also rebalances a lot of the stuff, gives a lot of gear more use. For example, the pole that I'm using here with Penelo can just cause disable sometimes. Weapon that Bosch is using, that's the blood sword that causes sap. I think Fran's bow is just a bow right now. Actually, it might be worth bringing, like, Balthier in here. Because we're not going to hit any of these zoos. Like, it's basically just going to be... Maybe I'll set a Gambit for Fran, actually. Oh, no, but I can't do, Damn. I don't have any more space for it. So I was going to say, maybe I'll set up a Gambit on Fran, so that way... How much damage does fire do, actually, now? Because I haven't really tested that on her yet. I can't see. Is that 800 damage? That's pretty good, actually. Fran got slowed. Oh, actually, right. Ash is the one that has the... The you are not slowed or hasted or doomed anymore. The horology button. Horology, I think a lot of the abilities got buffed. Like, for example, Ashe, with the new classes, she gets, like, numerology and horology. So numerology is an AoE, like, gravity effect. Like, it's HP reduction 20%. And then horology is just, it cures slow, stop, petrify, and doom for free. So it is very, very good. I think the original version of it was like, kind of mediocre. Also, there's other spells that got a bunch of buffs. Like, for example, regen is now multi-target. So it's quite good. I'm liking this mod. It's been a good way to kind of get back in FF12, because I never finished it. I played like a good chunk into FF12, but I never finished the game. Because this was on the PS2, so I didn't have the 4 times speed, which made going through like earlier areas or like doing hunts and stuff a lot more tedious. Just the amount of extra waiting you had to do for stuff that was basically free. But yeah, since it is a difficulty mod, some things are harder. Like Larsa does not just chuck infinite high potions anymore. He actually does have to follow the rules of the game now when you have him in your party. Alright, cool. I'm gonna try to swing around here so the party members don't trip the trap. Soleil Fang. Fang. Damn, no skills though. Bummer. We're playing the PC port, which means that we get 4 times speed on demand. Although you could just do this in emulator, I guess, if you really wanted to. So again, just really nice for dealing with trivial encounters, you know? Oh yeah, there's Ashe's second quickening bar now, too. Alright. Even without the infinite high potions, I think Larsa's still quite strong, because he has access to a lot of spells that you wouldn't have, like Bubble and stuff. Also got a very big MP pool. These guys are pretty trivial, it's just when they show up with, like, the zoos and the fluffy gators, whatever they're called. And you know what, I'm just gonna flee from the zoo. I don't want to fight every single dude on the way, that'll take forever. I also might want to get Vaughn back in at some point so I can start getting some sealing. Okay, everybody's comboing me. Everybody hates Penelo, apparently. Why? Please stop. Yeah, Ashe is doing about 300 damage per hit, which is quite good, because katanas are also very good combo weapons. Right now I've got her set up as like a heavy hitter, but I could probably pivot, depending on what we need. Because Vaughn also does the job of just like hitting really fast and really hard. He does that job very well. As it turns out, having 3 inherent swiftness nodes available like almost from the get-go, it's very strong. You functionally just have a party member that always has haste, and when you haste him, it's even more bonkers. Oftentimes, like, he'll finish his first steal and go for the second before anybody else has even acted. Aruga.
I guess this one was a success.
Wow, I'm impressed, Vaughn.
I got a good feeling.
An alliance between Dalmasca and the Empire.
Reason tells me 'tis the only course. We must avoid a wasting war with the Empire at all cost. Yet I fear I could not bear the shame, had I but the strength.
Let's go Team Exposed Midriff.
A shame perhaps for me and for you. But for Dalmasca, it is hope.
And you can just accept this, can you?
I got
After
a good
saying
feeling.
truths, I had abandoned hope for honor. Yet, never did I forget my knightly vows. If I could protect but one person from war's horror, then I would bear any shame. I would bear it proudly. I could not defend my home. What is shame to me?
My people hate the Empire. They will not accept this.
There is hope.
Right?
Don't encourage
Hope for
him.
a future where we can
Not
join
that bad,
hands
am I?
as
got a
brothers.
good feeling.
Larsa, please. This is serious.
Don't be Larsa. Somebody's got to put him in his place.
Larsa, please. Do not roast me, Larsa. I'm the serious boy now.
The Senate may play at intrigue, but Lord Vayne is not one to be brought down easily. The entire military waits upon his orders, from the War Council down to the rank and file. What better blade than he to strike down the enemies of the Empire?
Your Honor reminds me of Zect 2 years since. He, too, put his trust in Lord Vayne's strength, and what became of him?
God, I love the judge helmets.
Not a trace since Nabudis.
I will not hear you malign Judge Zect. He was a noble warrior. Or do you think his trust in Lord Vayne ill-placed?
Vayne took 2 of his own brothers' lives. He is ruthless beyond contempt.
Ruthless, you say? Would he were more so. He gives traitors no quarter, be they of his own blood. How fitting for one who would bear the burden of empire.
But could we bear him? Zargabath, what of you? Surely you do not believe his brothers were traitors?
So found His Excellency Lord Gramis, you would do well to mind your tongue, Drace. That matter is long past.
Grace. Zargabath.
Your Honors, a summons. Lord Vayne has arrived at the palace.
We come at once.
Lord Larsa has left for Baromises. He hopes to enlist the aid of the Grand Kiltias in stopping the insurgents. I doubt this will be enough to deter Ondor, but even a slight hindrance to his operations would be welcome. This will delay the Rosarian invasion, and we will have bought much-needed time to shore up our defenses.
Just as His Excellency had hoped.
No matter the result, I'm pleased with the young lord's progress. I can already see the stunned faces of those mud-witted senators. The fools think a child emperor's strings easy to pull from the shadows. But they will find that Lord Larsa is no puppet.
Yes, the senators would be most pleased.
No
with the
puppet, you say.
Recall, Drace, how the Senate fears and despises Lord Vayne's ability. When they realize the truth, that Lord Larsa is no docile lamb to be shepherded, they will bare their teeth and devour him.
You're right. I shall speak on this matter with His Excellency at once. Gabranth, it falls to us to protect Lord Larsa. Are we agreed?
Aye.
This is definitely not mobility armor, let's say that much. Sorry, the framing of going from that cutscene immediately to floating Ash and just dead Bonga or sleepy Bonga. Is he? Oh no, he's alive. He's alive. Just have a little nap. He's just EP. Whenever there's a screen transition and then there's just a floating character, it's always funny. Gallmore. I wish it would gall less, am I right, gamers? Panthers. Weak to ice, which I don't really have a lot of great options for. It's basically just Fran casting level basic Blizzard. Of course, you know, a little Scathe never hurt anybody aside from the Panthers. God, I just love when Scathe pops from Shades of Black and you just see a Kamehameha obliterate an enemy from off screen. It's always very good. Thank you for laughing. Thank you for enjoying joke. Should I just be spamming Shades of Black? I don't think anybody... I think somebody has that license. Is that Fran who has it? Oh yeah, Fran has a license, but we don't actually have the ability yet. That's what it was. I don't think you would need to have learned. Like, you don't need the license for whatever you're trying to Shades of Black. It just kind of happens. Oh, maybe this is the place you were thinking of. Somebody mentioned earlier that they remember a bunch of platforms. I think this might be where the Malboros start showing up. Or the Morbols, whatever they're called in this one. Bonk. Let's see what our... I'm pretty even across the board now, with the exception of Penelo. I think I might swap Vaughn back in, get some stealing going on. Stealing / poaching. I might also backline Fran for now, until she gets more magic. And bring Bash. I'm Captain Bash! Because Vaughn also has Traveler, which means that he just gets to passively get free haste now. Like, look at that steel bar, look how fast it filled. It filled up before he even got to the Malboro. Are you cloying at me? Poaching a pebble? What a treat. Oh, jeez. Damn, sleep lasts a really long time, huh? Okay, we might want to manually cure sleep if that happens again. And I don't get bopped. Alright, there's the map. Oh, maybe I do actually... I probably do want Ash for this area. Because she has Horology, which is just free slow cure, and... Well, we're fighting Malboro, so there's a pretty good chance we're going to get slowed. Oh, that's a lot of damage, Larsa. Holy shit. Why are you casting magic? Hold on. Maybe I should just have Larsa swinging in rather than just casting Shades of Black, because he did a lot of damage there. Interesting, it also looks like he sets up a bubble on anybody who has a lure. Well, it depends what version of FF12 you're playing, because, like, in vanilla, like, since everybody gets every node on the board anyways, it's not really a huge deal who you pick. Like, it's mostly just personal preference, and or if you're power gaming, like, you need to worry about which animations take long. Like, apparently, certain characters really suck with specific weapons because their animations take much longer. But aside from that, like, everybody can learn every skill, so just kind of whatever. Fox looks so much like a debuff. Let me check this little dead end real quick. This feels like it might be a little pot to grab. A little treat. I'm gonna try and spread out disables too, because it seems like it works on the gargoyles. And the Jargogles. Oh, I want Hastka. I want Hastka so badly. I need to try actually just commanding Larsa to attack normally. Because I'm not sure if the 700 damage was because he was, you know, slapping Penelo, or because he just does that much damage naturally anyways. Let's see. Ah, 401, okay. Probably better just doing Shades of Black then. Just randomly proc Scathe for free is quite good. Ooh, Petrify. Oh, I should probably update Ash's gambits too, because I think she has Horology set up for separate, like, slow and stop and all that, so I think I need to change that. So I think you could just set any ally to Horology, that should work. And then that way I don't have to have all this stuff. I can trade that out for a bit. I don't know what I want to set up our gambits for. What does she even have, really? Well, that's the thing. They have, like, there's this version of the game which now has the option of the Zodiac boards, where everybody has, like, specific jobs, which kind of, like, you have more limited slots, like, for the licenses. And then there's also mods, so for example, this one I'm playing has, like, custom classes, but it also has the option to play with the Zodiac jobs, or you can just even play original PS2 boards if you really don't want to, you know, customize specific characters. I feel like I don't really get to take advantage of Adrenaline. Probably, like, some goofy strategies that I could do with it, but... yeah, I should probably just spend some resources for Balthier here. Like, he can at least use Vanish and Balance, I guess. I'll go here so I can be in swing distance of Hermes Sandals when those show up eventually. So I believe they work the same way, where once you know, equip them, they just perma-haste. Yeah, sure, you know what, I'll grab your other quickening. I also want to try out, what's his name? I want to try out Bosch's Esper, because I haven't done that yet. Alright, my biggest problem with the Bosch is he only has 4 Gambit slots. I'm actually going to take off the Cure Gambit, because I feel like he's not really doing a lot of curing at this point. Let's do... Self-Decoy. Self-Quake. And then that should also turn on Larsa using Bubble on him whenever. Because then that should also work with the Gambit I set up with Penelo, where she will cast Protect on anybody with Lure. So yeah, I think we'll keep Ash. Yeah, I think this party works. Yep, and then the homies immediately go in and buff. Cool. Bosch is only the only person in the party right now that has a shield. There we go, Horology is now automated much better. The other nice thing about this mod, it's making me take advantage of the ability to, like, switch party members out. Like, switching out party members and gear during a fight, because you can do that. Like, there are rules on it. You can't do it while you're being attacked, for example, so you can't just, you know, slap on, you see a cast bar hitting you with lightning, you can't just immediately switch to lightning immunity gear, but if you need, like, a specific piece of gear for a fight or whatever, you can swap it out as long as you're not currently getting hit. They really pop-stopped and petrify on Bosch immediately after I used Horology. That's so rude. That's so cringe and rude. There we go. Also, the decoy setup gives Bosch something else to do with his MP. Oh, you're spooky. The Heckhound! Oh, you are spooky. I was gonna say, you should be lured. Why are you not going after him?
It cannot end us.
Okay, maybe I should run. Because that is officially too much damage to be taking and surviving. Still chasing me? I don't think so. I love how you just kind of form them out of the ether. Because they don't really have a good way of having characters just kind of like follow you while dead. Bribble. Alright. Any hellhounds would stay the hell away from him. How about that? Alright, regen popped. Oh, right. Protecting Bosch as well. I don't remember if it was Fran in the base game. Like, her bow animations were really slow, so like she was, you know, portrayed as the bow user, but then she actually was not very good at it. Alright. I was gonna say, you got a Scathe in there, Larsa, you do. He does. Because Scathe, on top of being, like... I'm not sure if it is the single strongest spell in the game, but it's also AoE, so... if I get into a nice group of scathable monsters, they get scathed. Instead of XYZ instead of ABC, you're describing Xenoblade. I mean, kind of, yeah. Kind of a similar setup, it's just you don't have the programmable party members. Ooh, you've got a lot of HP. That was a big area, damn.
What is it?
The jungle denies us our passage.
What have we done?
We? No. I.
Hi,
What's that mean?
I'm Steve.
How are we supposed to get through that?
Making an appearance?
Come on, I'm talking over here.
I thought you'd left for good.
Hey!
Our choices are few.
Friend? Balthier!
This is as much for you as it is me.
Oh?
You are ill at ease. The Nethersite troubles you. You've let your eyes betray your heart.
Right.
Like the adults are talking and they don't even have time to tell him that the adults are talking.
What are you doing?
Soon you will learn.
Whoa.
We go to seek aid of the Viera who dwell ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say, I thought we went to Bunny Village soon.
I bet they'll be glad to see you after so long.
Yeah, they'll love it.
I am unwelcome, an unsought guest in their wood.
But the million-dollar question is, can I buy 1,000 needles at Viera Village? Because I would like to buy 1,000
In the
needles.
village ahead, you will find her, Mjern. Bring her to me. She will know why you call her.
Moogles. Yeah, sure, I'll buy a map. Yeah, we helped you, so you're gonna give me the best skills in the game now, right? Right? Storm Spear. New bow for friend. Oh no, we have that bow already. Beetlejuice. It's weaker because it's a ranged weapon, like spears are stronger. Guns use fixed damage, so they're good against enemies with high defense. Was a sleep on hit. That's not a bad rod either. The only problem is sleep is a lot harder to manage because it wears off as soon as somebody gets donked. Let's see, we could buy some nice light armor though. Might be time to buy some red caps. Mage hats and whatnot. Burgernet. Black belts. Actually, I should buy a few of these. Charm shows up. Hey, there's Asuna. And the other black magic for Fran as well. Break is an AoE, so I wonder how useful that would be. Instant cast Thundara, though. That seems kind of fun. So Asuna is stop, sleep, confuse, doom, oil, disable, immobilize, and slow from one ally. It's not an AoE. Definitely gotta sell some stuff, though. I need to go, just like, go in on a bunch of chocobos, because they're pretty easy to kill, and they give you the chocobo feathers, which sell for a lot. Problem with the earlier section of the game is that most enemies drop, like, the elemental stones, which don't sell for a ton. 5 Prince's Kisses, Phoenix Downs, red cap and matching armor, I'm actually not sure what the armor is. I'm going to buy that. Ah, that's the Brigandine. I'm pretty sure every bazaar item is cheaper than buying them individually, so it's usually a good idea. It's just if you're buying something like, you know, let's say the light spear or whatever. Like, this is just the basic spear. It's not really going to help you much now. Because the Storm Spear is stronger than the other one for Balthier, although I need the license for it. I need to look up actually what the gimmick with crossbows is in this mod. I wonder if it's just like range damage, but it's like more but slower or something like that, you know? I have a lot of antidotes. Grab a few Chronos Tears. Alright, we're good on stuff. We gotta update some gambits now. First of all, like, Poisona and Vox are still useful because they are multi-target. So if everybody gets poisoned or silenced or whatever, well, silence is kind of a problem, but at the very least we can optimize a little bit and just set up Asuna. Very expensive though, 46 MP. So what is it? Stop, sleep, confuse, doom, oil, disable, immobilize, and slow. Yeah, going for the specific cure spells is a lot cheaper. Also, it doesn't work for everything, like blind does still. It doesn't cure blind. The Fran can still keep blind now. Alright, we need licenses for like red caps and stuff as well. Does Ashnod get light armor? She gets like mystic and heavy? Oh no, there is some light armor. But I don't think she has the licenses specifically for, like, the red cap. What about Penelo? Penelo's probably more on the mystic armor side. Yeah, she gets some light armor later on. I know Vaughn for sure has... Yeah, he's got... Okay, light armor 5 is the node I'm looking for. Fran, I think, is more mystic armor. Maybe like a little couple light armor nodes here and there, yeah. It's either Vaughn or Balthier. How are we looking defensively? Vaughn's at 15. Okay, still using the soldier's cap. The red cap also gives you a bit of speed, too. Yeah, this is a bigger jump for Vaughn. Let's give him the Brigandine. Alright, cool. Because, like, the AoE stone would be really good for big groups when we have, you know, all the punch birds coming in on me. I'm Captain Bash. This music track is very, like, Elder Scrolls adjacent feeling. I'm not sure if it's just the remastered version of this track or if it is the original one that sounds very Elder Scrolls adjacent as well. Nice to meet you, too. Also, this is before the male Viera were introduced in FF14, so no dudes allowed. They are not fans of outsiders. They really do not like outsiders. Look, I'm following the FF Final Fantasy rules. You talk to everybody, you get info. Fucking Banui. I don't know if the names are the same in the Japanese version, but I believe, like, the Icelandic accents and stuff, that was the localization team that kind of came up with that idea. And they were like, yeah, that sounds cool, actually. Oh, that's just the talk noise. I thought there was a goodie box that I could help myself to. Yeah, like Fran's accent, it's more Icelandic.
Hey, Mjorn lives here, doesn't she? We're here to see her.
You will leave at once. It is not allowed for humans to walk on these grounds.
We'll go as soon as we've seen Mjorn.
If you can find her.
We're not leaving until you let us see her. Fine then. We'll look for her ourselves.
Ah.
I've heard the voice of the wood. She says Mjorn is not in the village. Hjote, where has she gone?
Why do you ask? The wood tells us where she has gone. Or can you not hear her? You cannot.
Yeah, the Viera have always been pretty revealing. Pretty revealing
Their
outfits.
speech, I think. Viera who have abandoned the wood are Viera no longer. Mjorn too has left her embrace.
And you forsake them in turn?
It is the will of the village. Viera must live always with the wood. So is the green word, and so is our law.
We'll let you worry about keeping your laws. Just do us a favor and stay out of our way. We'll find her ourselves.
They need to wear very little clothing so they can absorb sunlight for
Our
nourishment.
sister has left the wood and gone west. She wanders warrens among men who hide themselves in clothes of cold iron. Thus to me has the wood spoken.
The Viera may begin as part of the wood, but the wood is not the only end we may choose.
The same words I heard 50 years ago.
Rude. Rude. That sounds like a Greeble we gotta find. Speaking of Greebles, Yo, there it is. Hell yeah. I was gonna say, we're pretty overdue to get at least base level haste, right? Although haste is single target. That'll probably come out for, like, boss fights and such, but not, like, you know, every single one. I think you should, yeah, you should have haste already, so... I think we gotta go back to the jungle, I'm pretty sure. Oh, the Greebles respawned. I love when that happens.
Not bad, Vaughn. Didn't think we'd get any information out of that one. So then, what was she saying about men in a warren?
The Henna Magicite mines. Maybe that's what she meant. They lie in Bangkor, south of the Osmoan Plain. The entire region is a colony of the Arcadian Empire. There would be soldiers.
Is that a problem? Let's move.
Fran,
Yes?
I was wondering what Yote said, you know? About how you said the same thing 50 years ago?
Your point?
How old were you again?
Nice fun.
Dumbass.
Surprisingly rude.
Try to grow up, please.
It is kind of surprising, like, you would figure Viera are not exactly, like, they're not common, but they're not rare either, and, like, it's probably pretty well known that they have longer lifespans. Alright, I think... I might buy the Beetlejuice? Who else can use crossbows? I think Ash has crossbow access. I don't know if Fran gets them. I don't think she does, because she already has bows. Oh yeah, no, I said this already. Fran is just sexy Chewbacca. Well, depending on who you talk to, Chewbacca's already sexy, but... yeah, I don't think Bosch really gets range stuff. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Ash has... I'll grab a crossbow license, give that a try, maybe. See if it's any good. I don't know if I want to keep the bangle or switch that out for, like... A nice little embroidered tippet. Double experience. No, I'll keep the bangle, actually. I want a Libra source. I like having passive Libra. I know I just saved, but I got a crossbow node. I gotta save that. You never know. Alright, I want to switch to Ash so it's easier to tell how much damage we're doing with our little crossbow here. Okay, there's just treants. If there are any other goodies in the jungle, though. Are you are not attacking? Okay, good. I was gonna say, I swear to God, Larsa, if you just start swinging at these treants, I will shit. Pretty decent damage, actually. But what if she were hasted? Yeah, pretty solid damage, actually. Also, it's range, so lets me deal with flying enemies a little nicer. Because Fran's range, like, she can do decent range damage. Also, I think they might be better at comboing. Little baby bubble wolf. They don't even do bad breath, they just do cloying breath. Not even taking any status effects, I'm just politely not talking afterwards to pretend like, oh no, you silenced me, great job! Ooh, a little stinky breath. Yeah, I'm kind of liking crossbows, actually. Might roll this with Ash for a little bit. Fucking green magic sounds like an enemy attacking me. Wait, is that the Hellhound? These are two Hellhounds. Abso-fucking-lutely not. I got my ass kicked by one of them. Two would immediately turn me into paste. Yeah, haste doesn't last terribly long, though. Like, I'm fine having Traveler on autocast with Vaughn because it's free. Also, thank you for the follow. Traveler's a free cast, basically, so that's fine. But if I'm constantly spamming haste to, you know, fight a single enemy, I don't think it's really worth it. Oh, there it is, Cloying Breath. Oh, I'm a little cloyed. Oh, I'm slow. Oh, the only problem with Asuna is that if there is multiple targets, yeah, she'll try to cast it even though I got a Horology off. Zap. Honestly, even without, like, the full suite of effects Bad Breath normally does, Cloying Breath is still kind of annoying, actually. Gonna sit here point blank with my crossbow. Yeah, I don't need range, actually. That has a really strong attack sometimes. I'm liking crossbows. Oh, you know, I never bought the knuckles for Fran. I might run back and grab those. I want to try that out. See if it's any good. Like, this doesn't have any special effects on it, it's not going to cause slow or whatever, but it's just really good damage. For enemies that don't have a lot of defense, this is probably the way to go, I think, for flyers. Diseased! What even does disease do? Is it, like, reduces healing, or you can't heal? Disable, sap, immobilize. Poison, slow. Pissing, shitting, crying. Oh, here he comes. Oh, here he comes with my bow. I feel like now that we've got access to, like, decoy and stuff, we can actually set up some nice gambit combos, because before we were just kind of like, yeah, you could protect, you could, you know, cast Traveler, I guess, but now that we have more abilities, we're getting more nice combos showing up. Give me them eyeballs. Like, I think, in general, katanas would probably be more damage. Since I think they're, like, one of the best combo weapons. And I'm pretty sure they have, like, a faster, just, like, base attack rate compared to crossbows. But they can't hit flyers. Let's speed this up, actually. Panthers or whatever. Panthers are not a problem. It's Malboros and to a lesser extent the well, to a greater extent the Hellhounds, but they're not nearly as common here. Yeah, my god, like, regen is just doing so much work passively over time. I don't have to cast manually every time. Chocobo. Fine. I love how the floating takes place in the cutscene. Probably should do a loop around on the Chocobo to just see, like, if there's any hidden goodies. There might be some, like, hidden skills or whatever that are only accessible via Chocobo. Stay away from the Henne mines, you say? Can I open... Oh, I can't open boxes? This is the Henne mines? Yeah, I think this is what leads to the mines, so we don't want to go there just yet, but I do want to... see what else is here. I don't think we've actually ridden a Chocobo yet. Come to think of it. Really can't open boxes on a Chocobo? That's a bit of a bummer. You know, do a quick little sweep around and see if there's any hidden zones. Zones of goodies. I did notice there's a lot of these, like, kind of cordon off areas. Normally Chocobos can run through that, so... Ah, damn, the timer also speeds up. That's messed up. Can I jump this? No. I'm kind of curious, because there's like one spot down the bottom right there that has... If you dismount, I wonder what happens, because I can't imagine they would let you soft lock, but... Down there? No. Should probably start going. Actually, time is probably going to run out by the time I get there. Well, I mean, Chocobo is... I think it is faster, and also... Yeah, definitely faster, and also enemies do not target you. Actually, this might be a good time to try... Break. Not sure if any of them actually... Okay, we got a couple break procs. Why are they not attacking Bosch? Doesn't he have lure? He gets slept or something? Bosch, what's going on? Why don't you have your duck? Oh, you know what happened? Because we immediately got into a fight, that's why. I have that set up as a post-battle gambit, so he's not going to decoy until he's out of a fight. I gotta remember to do that if we actually get into a fight randomly. Actually, Quake also does slow. Oh, bleed is 100% accuracy. It's actually kind of nice. I feel like as long as you get like one break proc in a group of like, you know, 3 or 4 dudes, you're good. We got 3 that time, actually, damn. This guy's going for a jog. Gonna be dead. Yeah, I feel like I never would have messed with any kind of stone attack in the original. Just kind of a waste for single targets, because it takes a long time to cast, too. It's not just the matter of, you know, it's not really reliable, it's also a very long cast time, so... Play those odds. I think probably groups of 3 is where, like, break is probably the way to go. God, Disable on Penelo is kind of cracked, actually. Just random chance, like, yeah, absolutely. I might try and break these guys, because they're flyers, which is kind of annoying for Bosch and Penelo. Because 65% chance, usually, with 2 groups, you should at least get a proc, usually. Actually, I'm going to target the other one. Because that guy is dead. Oh, that's right, I forgot they just explode, too. You actually have to go to the jungle, though. I mean, I would take these zoos any day over the PSO zoos. Well, exploding trees from Earthbound was always at the end of the battle, usually, so, like, as long as you focus them down last, you're fine. Alright, Larsa will just kind of attack whatever. I should probably set him to party leader target, honestly. So as long as you had a little bit of health left, you could just mash through the dialogue, and the way that rolling HP works in Earthbound meant that it wasn't that dangerous. I'm gonna actually trade out Bosch. Get Vaughn in here, because I do want some stealing. I would not mind some more treats and goodies for money. Could also set up Vaughn with Decoy once I get down his quickening path. I keep calling them awakenings. He does have basic haste, but that doesn't show up until after the Esper. Oh right, you know what I still haven't gotten a chance to do? I just realized. I still have not gotten a chance to have Bosch try an Esper. Is there a way to see what the Esper stats are? Like, I see Belias there in the list. Is it a Gambit setup, maybe? But apparently, like, the Espers have gotten massively revamped, like, Gambit setup, so they actually do stuff that's useful. Shades of Black. Basic Blizzard. Shades of Black, baby! Or is it just cast Shades of Black? Garuga. Oh, he also has a like a lure setup built in as well. That's kind of nice. Yeah, then he bubbles you. Oh yeah, I guess I could also check. So Cura Regen. Also, these are all free, I should point out. Cura Regen, Asuna Faith. Decoy Bubble. Pain Flare and Hellfire. Because this is now tied to your mist gauge, it's not based on your, what's it called? It's not based on your MP anymore, because that was one of the big problems with original FF12 was that Espers and Quickenings use the same resource, so, like, it was real bad. Slasher. What is it? What is a slasher? Flash. That's an axe. I haven't really tried out axes on Bosch yet. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this as an alternative to just having, you know, mostly just a waste of your MP. I'm wasting all my summon time, though. Yeah, I want to test and see, because I believe Hellfire is like the ultimate, so to speak, the ultimate ability. But I'll wait until his little gauge goes down a little more first. Just by virtue of having access to, like, a nice buffer that'll cast, you know, Faith and stuff, and Bubble and all that, and Regen. It's a nice option for when you maybe don't want to run with, like, Pinello or Ash all the time. We both have lure though, so it's kind of a waste to have it set up. Let's try. Oh wait, that's mine. Try Hellfire. Yeah, that's his, like, special cinematic. Explode! How much damage are we looking at there? Yep. 4.5k, not bad at all. The problem with summons in... Up until 10, they were basically just like magic spells, but with a different name. It wasn't until 10 that they actually like, oh yeah, actually, summoning a creature from another world to fight for you should be pretty cool. So they became like actual party members, like they became commandable things as opposed to just like, they're here, they do a spell, and then they fuck off, you know? Because, like, story-wise, they've always been important, but it wasn't until 10 that they really kind of gave them a little more personality. I'd be curious to see, like, what the new gambits are for Struggle for Freedom, because I believe they mentioned that they revamped all the Esper Gambit setups, so they're actually, like, useful. Is there a way to check out Gambits for summons? I mean, it's a pet class in the way that, like, yeah, you summon things, but at the same time, like, you still have to do rotations and stuff. It's not like you just summon a little guy and then they just fight for you and you sit back. Like, you do have to do rotations and stuff. Alright, I think we'll wrap it up there, though. It's almost 3 p.m. This will give me a nice little base so I can set up and do some stuff off stream if need be. I probably need to invest in some defensive gear, too. I preferred having Espers and summons not as party members. I don't know, I think it's a cool concept of having that, because it makes them a little more special, whereas in previous games they were just kind of glorified magic spells. Admittedly, you know, FF5 they were bonkers good, but it was very funny, like in FF9, seeing Alexander get summoned and it just destroys an entire city, and then you just get to call him for fights whenever you feel like it. And he just does a little zap and then disappears. Arc was cool, though. I love that there was, like, an Arc raid in FF14. Anyways, thanks for coming by, everybody. That'll be it for the week. I'll be back on Monday, hopefully back to regular schedule. Should not be any interruptions outside of maybe frames dropping, which has been happening often enough that it is a legitimate concern, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Anyways, gang, that'll be it. Who's live? Who can I send y'all over to for the rest of your day? Ah, Minimat is playing some Bazaar. Noted first-time Bazaar player. Minimat, no, a lot of my friends are getting into Bazaar. Yeah, I'll probably do some hunts and such off stream. Anyways, that'll do it for me. Enjoy your weekend, gang. Have a good one.